And we're with bacteriologist, oral care expert, Dr. Harold Katz. And we're listing the 10 germiest places. Just to recap, number 10 is the gym. Number 9, the kitchen, especially the sink with the sponge. Number 8, the shopping cart. 7, airplane bathroom. Number 6, the laundry, especially, if it's laundry that's been washed in cold water. Number 5, your toothbrush. Number 4, a woman's purse. Number 3, the hotel rooms, especially the bedspread because it's never cleaned. Number 2 is money. So the question is, what is the number 1 germiest place in our lives? We have a TheraBreath prize pack. And doctor, just before we get our guesses here, why don't you tell us about your TheraBreath products that are included in this prize pack?
Well, TheraBreath has a patented oxygenating compound in it that actually attacks the bacteria that cause bad breath and gum disease. It's available in your neck of the woods up at Shoppers and some other good stores. And actually developed, my daughter had a bad breath problem about 15 years ago when she was a teenager. And after trial and error, we came upon this formula that will actually absorb odors, whether it's onions and garlic or whether it's chronic bad breath due to a mucus and dry mouth and all those nasty things in your mouth.
Yeah, in the prize pack, we have some toothpaste, we have some oral rinse, we have breath mints, we have chewing gum, we have all kinds of the periotherapy system kit as well. Yeah, so all this stuff in here, in this prize pack, nicely in a gift basket, if you can tell us the number 1 germiest place in our lives. All right, let's get to the calls. Let's say hi to Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
Hey.
Hey, Jeff, where do you think that place is?
Human mouth.
Wow.
Doctor?
Yeah, that's right. It's
the human mouth. Congratulations.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Wow. All right. Well, tell us more about that, doctor.
Well, the reason for that is people realize how many germs there are in your mouth. And these germs, not only do they cause bad breath and gum disease, but if they get into the bloodstream through bleeding gums, they can actually create heart attacks, strokes. Pregnant women who have bleeding gums are 7 times more likely to give birth to premature, low birth weight babies if these bacteria will get in the bloodstream. So there's a lot of bacteria in the mouth. In fact, there used to be sort of a joke, are you better off being bitten by a dog or being bitten by a human? And the truth is, you're better off if your dog bites you than another human. Humans' bite is very dangerous, again, because of those bacteria ending up in strange places. And the reality is 85% of adults have some form of gum disease, and sometimes people just wait a little bit too late. Those bacteria are working 24/7, causing problems. So whoever got that right is going to get a nice package of products. They won't have to worry about their bad breath and gum disease anymore.
All right, well, it's Jeff. Well, congratulations, Jeff.
Thanks.
Hey, you got a great TheraBreath prize pack for knowing that. Were you surprised at any of the other in the top 10?
Not really, no. I guess if a guy considers it, yeah, those are. Money I knew was also very dirty and stuff like that.
Sure. How often do you think about the germs that you encounter on a daily basis, Jeff?
I very dislike using public bathrooms for the fact that, you never know who washed their hands and who didn't on the way out.
Yeah.
So, stuff like that. So.
Well, Jeff, you hold on line. We'll make sure you get all your information. Enjoy all your prizes, all right?
Get on. Thanks.
All right, you hold on there. It is our latest web poll question. We're asking, how often do you think about the germs that you encounter on a daily basis? Quite often, not very often, or you never think about it? Interesting. And we're with bacteriologist and oral care expert, Dr. Harold Katz. So, doctor, are you suggesting that people shouldn't be kissing each other?
People always ask me that. The reality is it doesn't depend on so much on what the other person's bacteria are. It depends on your own bacteria. It's very hard to inherit someone else's bad bacteria. If your mouth is healthy and you get a dose of someone else's bad bacteria, usually you can fight it off. Saliva actually is God's way of keeping our breath fresh. Saliva has minerals in it. It has oxygen in it that fights a lot of these nasty bacteria. The problem is as we get older, our mouth becomes more dry, which then we lose that natural ability. Same thing with medications. Many of them have dry mouth as a side effect, antihistamines, antidepressants, high blood pressure medicine. So again, the less saliva, the less natural ability to fight the bad breath germs and the gum disease germs. In fact, a lot of the things we're talking about now, they're in a new edition of my book, The Bad Breath Bible. So if I may, if your listeners want a free copy, they can just call my office. We'll send it off to you. They can just call me at 800-557-9541, the 800-557-9541, and they can read up about the latest research in oral care and anti-germ warfare.
Also, your website is therabreath.com. That's THERA breath.com. And there's
it has an interesting feature on the website. Let's say, for example, your boss has bad breath and you're too chicken to tell them. If you go to therabreath.com, on the top of the home page, there's a link which asks, know someone with bad breath, ? Click on the link, a form will pop up. You give me the offender's email address, and I will take care of it. We won't say, Wade told me your breath is bad.
Oh, good. And we've talked about that before. It's all done in a very respectful way.
Yeah, don't want to make fun of people.
No, exactly. Now, doctor, we can't live in a sterile, society. We can't be sterilizing everything. So, I mean, exposure to some germs isn't going to kill us.
Well, that's actually true. I'm glad you brought that up. We gain resistance. We actually gain immunity by being exposed to germs. When you're around your mother as a baby, we actually pick up immunity through the mother because she has bacteria. Our body then becomes used to that. The problem is twofold. People who don't care at all end up getting sick, and people who care too much also end up getting sick because they kill all the bacteria. Most of the bacteria on our body are good guys. They actually are helping to prevent viruses and other things from infecting us. So if you become too clean, you actually lose that immunity. So there's a fine line. And again, that's why I don't want people to use some of these very strange antibacterial products on their hands, because they may end up making those bacteria even stronger than they already are.
Okay, good points. As usual, some great information when you're on the program here. I have to ask you, because you mentioned right off the top that you're in San Antonio right now, Texas, yes. And you've threatened to do this to me if you ever come up to Edmonton. You would.
I'm coming.
Tell us about the little device that you carry with you to test people's breath.
Sure, it's called a halometer. It's a device that has a sensor that measures the concentration of sulfur in your breath. Anything above 100 on the machine means you have bad breath. So we were I was in Texas this week. I was in Houston, Austin, and San Antonio to find out which city has the best breath in Texas. And it is San Antonio. I measured dozens of people here, and nobody had bad breath. Houston and Austin are a different story. Don't want to get into that.
Okay. Does your little meter measure the degree of bad breath, or just how?
Well, it goes from 0 to 2,000.
And did you encounter?
Once you're above, it does give you an indication of really horrific breath. Anything above 250, you probably need to find another wife or something.
Obviously, there's a problem, but I mean, use the TheraBreath products and tackle it head on, right?
Yeah, very true. In fact, I checked my schedule when we had the break. I may be coming at the end of the summer, so make sure you brush and floss before I get there.
Oh, I'm starting today, actually. Dr. Katz, it's always a pleasure. Have a safe trip, and thank you for being on the program today.
Okay, I love it. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bacteriologist and oral care expert Dr. Harold Katz. He's coming to Edmonton, and he's bringing his halometer. Ooh. And he's going to be in the studio here, most likely. When are my holidays? I got to check when my holidays are. I may just be away. No. He also, he's been on this program many times. He also talks about how, when you test your own breath, a lot of people do the, breathe into the hand thing. He says that doesn't work. That doesn't work. You need to lick the back of your hand. You lick the back of your hand, and then you wait. You wait a few seconds, and then you smell. And then you'll pick up on, the sulfur or whatever that contributes to bad breath. And we've learned a lot, from him being on this program that, bad breath is caused by a dry mouth. So you want to keep your mouth, moist and, drink lots of water and things like that. So that's how you decide, whether you've got bad breath is just lick the back of your hand. And ever since I learned that, I've been doing that a lot. My wife thinks I've turned into a cat, but at least I have nice breath. 780-430-9300 or 1-877-827-2346 if you want more information on the good doctor and his TheraBreath products, which are available at Shoppers Drug Mart. You can go to his website. It's therabreath.com. All right, let's look at the top 10 again of the germiest places. Number 10 is the gym. Number 9 is the kitchen. the sink, and the sponge that you have in there, or maybe you have like a cloth. Number 8, the shopping cart. Number 7, airplane bathroom. Number 6, the laundry, especially, touching it if it's been washed in cold water. Your toothbrush, a woman's purse. I think this one, and I've shared this with some women over the past, year or so that, he revealed about this, about how, man, there's a lot of germs out there, and you're putting your purse down on a bathroom floor, you're putting it on a counter here, you're bringing it back home, putting it on the kitchen table or the kitchen counter or whatever. So that's at number 4, the woman's purse. Hotel rooms at number 3, especially the bedspread. Interesting. What if you're cold at night? Number 2 is money. And the number 1 germiest place in our lives is our mouths. That's why it's good to have practice good oral hygiene.